Hey guys, what's up? Dennis Sejas here. This is my new YouTube page I'm going to start. I'm going to try to do these videos pretty frequently. I get a lot of questions, so I figured it'd be best to just do this in a video. That way everybody can hear it at once and not have to repeat myself, over and over again. New page here, Atrévete Performance. Atrévete is Spanish for I dare you, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit. I posted on Facebook and I said that if anybody had questions, anything in particular that they wanted me to talk about or to kind of educate you on, I'd make a video on it. And today I am going to do Ozempic. And the reason I chose Ozempic, well, I'm gonna do Ozempic and I'm gonna do diet drinks. This is gonna be one. I'm gonna do these in several videos. There's a lot of requests for different topics. And I figured since Ozempic was so popular right now that everybody wanted to know my opinion on it. So this is what I'm gonna do. And so a little bit of background here. I think most of you know me or have worked with me before. Some of you know me and don't really know what I do or what my background is or whatever. But so I've been a personal trainer and nutritionist for 22 years. Done a lot of training, a lot of different people from all walks of life. Anything from, housewives and, husbands to, professional athletes, NFL players, Major League Baseball players, UFC fighters, blah, blah. I've been doing it a long time. Lots and lots of experience. I've trained people with, and I'm telling you, if it exists, I've heard it. I'm talking like disease, issues, excuses, you name it, I've heard it. But I don't want to get too far off topic here. Ozempic. All right. So, super popular drug right now. What is Ozempic? Well, Ozempic is it's a prescription injection for type 2 diabetes. It helps lower your blood sugar by stimulating your pancreas to produce more insulin. So, why use it for weight loss if it's a diabetic drug? Well, the active ingredient is semaglutide. Okay, and what is semaglutide? It's a class of medication known as a glucagon-like peptide 1, or also known as like GLP-1 receptor agonist. It mimics the GLP-1 hormone that your body already produces, and it's released into your gastrointestinal tract in response to eating. So what it does is it stimulates your pancreas to produce more insulin, therefore, causing you to feel more satiated, and it suppresses your appetite. Okay, so that's the use case for Ozempic. Okay, so what are the cons to using this? Well, it is shown that it can impact your stomach nerves, affecting digestion, and sometimes it slows your digestion too much. And so the problem with that is that if food stays in your stomach for too long, it can cause nausea, cramping, vomiting, shit like that. Stuff that kind of sucks, right? So this is what I think about this, okay? I get asked this question a lot, and this is me speaking to you as a trainer and a nutritionist. I'm always going to say the best course of action is going to be diet, exercise, get plenty of sleep. Those are the ways that you stay healthy, okay? But listen, people, because the messages I'm getting and the things that I hear people say are just like everything else that you see online. It's super outlandish. It's super extreme. Listen to me. Okay, if you are overweight, and I'm not talking overweight like, your cousin Sally is, 15, 20 pounds overweight or whatever. I'm talking, you are 50, 60, 70, 100 pounds overweight, okay? There's an issue there, okay? There's a reason why you've gained that much weight, okay? The house is on fire. You have to get out of the house or you're gonna die, okay? So I don't think Ozempic is a bad idea for somebody who has gained that much weight. If you are that obese, the quick and easy way to get the weight down is probably to use this drug if that's what's available to you, okay? So now we're gonna talk about availability in just a minute, but let's just talk about the use case for this. And let's just use a little logic here, okay? If you gained 100 pounds, chances are you probably don't work out. and you don't eat right, it's not the chances, it's the facts. I mean, you're not going to gain 100 pounds if you're active and eating healthy. If this drug will help you lose the weight and get you back into a healthy range, whether your body composition is intact and your body fat comes down and all your health markers start to get leveled and back in order or whatever, okay, great. But you need to start working on what caused you to do all these things in the beginning. All right, so shit happens. People have accidents. People go through, depression. They lose a family member. They can, whatever. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. The house is on fire. You have to get out. Who gives a shit what it's for? If the doctor prescribes it to you and says, hey, it'll help you lose some weight, my opinion is, as a trainer and somebody who, is trying to help people live a better lifestyle, take the drug. Do yourself a favor. Ask yourself what caused you to gain the weight and what's causing you to eat so bad and what's causing you to not, be as active as you could be. You start figuring those things out, okay? You start addressing those things, and you can start learning about nutrition, exercise as you're taking the drug and losing the weight. And then when you get into a healthy range, you can start doing those things and applying it, and then you can come off the medicine and fix your issues so you don't go back to the same old habits and you gain all the weight back. Because that's the kind of stuff that's frustrating, I think, to most people, because apparently this drug is pretty limited to who can access it, and some people are having trouble accessing it if they're diabetics and they're trying to get it and they can't. I don't know. I haven't looked that far into that part of it, but that's just what I'm hearing. Okay, look, take care of yourself, take care of your issues, get your weight down. Then you can start doing the little things that help you get back into a healthy range, get all your health markers back in line, and then you can come off the drug, eat better, exercise, good to go. Okay? Don't be so hard on these people. Everybody goes through something. You've probably gone through something too. That's either caused you to gain weight, lose weight, whatever it may be. It's none of our business. The main thing is, it doesn't matter how they got there. How are we going to fix it? That's the issue that you should be talking about. How can we fix the problem? And the problem with diet and exercise is that it's a delayed response. You can start all those things, but it takes some time to get the weight down. It takes a lot longer because most people don't know what they're doing when it comes to diet and exercise. I know, because this is what I do every day. If you heard the majority of things that I hear on a daily basis, you would ask your wife, hey, honey, let's go to dinner. And while she's driving, you want to open your door and jump out into traffic because you can't take it anymore. It is that depressing sometimes. So please, before you start attacking people online about taking the Ozempic and stuff, put yourself in their shoes and think to yourself, if I had an issue like that, would I want people talking to me like that when I'm trying to make myself better? That's the end game. Let's help each other get better. Okay? So that's my take on Ozempic. Look, do I think it's the best way to do it? I mean, of course I don't. But if it helps you and it will get you back into a healthy range, then go for it. Just try to learn from your mistakes, fix those mistakes, and then when you can move on and, there'll be no more issues, or, you'll minimize your issues. And that's what I think about that. The second thing we want to talk about, which is something that just aggravates the shit out of me, it's the whole diet drink, argument, all right? They're bad for you. They're gonna kill you. I just saw this overweight lady ordered a Big Mac combo and had a Diet Coke with her Big Mac combo. Who gives a shit, okay? You don't drink your calories. Should you be at McDonald's? Of course not. But if you wanna save, 200 calories by drinking a Diet Coke instead of a regular Coke, well, good for you, that's a good start. Then, hell, some people that I've trained, the only thing they changed was switching from a regular soda to diet soda. They've lost 20 plus pounds because they were drinking so many calories in a day that just removing those put them in a calorie deficit. Some people drink a lot of these things, right? I keep seeing these things where people are like, you're better off drinking regular drinks instead of, the diet drinks. I mean, that's bullshit, right? So the biggest thing that and listen, I don't have to tell you, who is it that's always the ones that say this kind of stuff? Oh, I mean, I wouldn't put that in my body. It's so bad for you. Or it'll kill. I mean, it's Tommy that works at the produce department at Publix who doesn't know shit about shit. He just repeats stuff that he sees online. Or, the bored housewife that sits at home, doesn't work out, doesn't do anything, eats fast food all the time, but for some reason, diet drinks are bad. I mean, it makes no sense. And the number one being aspartame, okay? Look, aspartame is an artificial sweetener, and apparently the amino acid that's in it that everybody is up in arms about is methanol. So, methanol is also in tomato juice. There's 60 times more methanol in a glass of tomato juice than there is in a diet drink, okay? In order for you to even notice your health markers move with aspartame, you'd have to drink I think it's 20,000 drinks a day to even get your markers to move at all. You would die of fluid toxicity way before the aspartame kills you. So let's just stop the bullshit with the diet drinks, okay? And look, I'm gonna put some PMID numbers with this video. It's all the research because there's this little thing called human randomized control trials, okay? And that's how they do the studies. You have people randomly chosen, some of it's placebo, you don't know what's going on, that way you can't cheat it, and they monitor these things, and that's how they do these studies. They're pretty intriguing. So I'm gonna post these numbers in here, that way you can Google it, and you can see the studies, and you can see for yourself. They're not gonna kill you. They have no calories. They do not spike your insulin. They don't. There's 0 calories. There's no way it can, because there's nothing for your pancreas to have a reaction from. It's calorie neutral, okay? So, do I think that they are healthy? I mean, water is always gonna be king, right? If you want a Diet Coke from time to time, have a Diet Coke. Who cares? It's not going to kill you. Just make sure you have your water consumption where it's supposed to be. They still have caffeine. It's still, they can still dehydrate you, so make sure you drink plenty of fluid. If you do those things, you're gonna be fine. Everybody is so worried nowadays, and this is what pisses me off about the internet. It gives idiots a voice, and it gives stupid people a place to shout from the rooftops over something they have no idea what they're talking about, right? Like, you worry about 0.1% of the problem instead of what 99% of the problem is, okay? You're not gonna die from diet drinks. You know what kills most people in the US? Heart disease, caused by obesity, okay? So if any of these things can help reduce obesity, then go for it. That's just, it just doesn't make any sense when I see these arguments and all these people that get on here and they start ranting about these chemicals and, it turns into fat. I mean, what turns into fat? What chemical that you're drinking in a Diet Coke is going to turn to fat? I mean, cite me the source, show me, because there is none. You're just spewing bullshit, okay? So enough of that. This is the whole purpose of me starting this page, because the stuff that I see on Instagram and on Facebook Reels and all that, it drives me insane. And this is the kind of stuff that almost had me retire multiple times over the years, because it's gotten so overwhelmingly stupid that it's really hard to stomach. This is not what I got into this for. I got into this to help people, right? And I think I've done a really good job over the last 22 years of helping a lot of people, and I try to do it in a very open-minded and honest way. And unfortunately, the majority of people, they always want to try and go and find the easiest way out, which ends up really being the harder way for whatever reason. Like, you'll do diets for someone or do a nutrition program for someone, and then like, well, I couldn't do that, it was too hard, so I'm doing the soup diet. It's like, so you couldn't eat, cleaner whole foods because it was too difficult, but you fucking drink soup every day, all day. I mean, that makes sense to me, right? Anyway, I could go on and on about this stuff, but we're gonna stick to these 2 topics. Diet drinks, they're fine. There's plenty of studies that's come out. Aspartame is not gonna kill you. Drink plenty of water and you're gonna be fine. Now, the number one goal is to get out of the house while it's on fire. If those things help you get started on your journey, help you drop some body fat, get all your health markers back in order, then by all means do it. But you need to start exercising and you need to start eating better. That's the way that you're gonna have longevity doing this. All right? So I'm not really sure what the next video is gonna be on. We'll see. I've got a long list of stuff where you guys have been messaging me and commenting and stuff. So while I'm sure the next one will be just as good as this one, maybe carnivore diet. I don't know, we'll see. That should be an intriguing one. Can't wait to see the comments on that. But yeah, Ozempic, if you're vastly overweight and you need to do it, and you need to get that weight down now because you're in danger of, heart disease or stroke or heart attack, whatever, then I mean, do it. Get yourself back in a range that you can manage. Then you can worry about everything else. I mean, the most important thing is to get yourself, get your weight down so you don't die. I mean, that's number one. It's silly to even have to have this conversation. Same thing with the diet drinks. There's no calories in it. I don't know where all this bullshit started that, it spikes your insulin and makes you fat and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you'll see some studies that show that, it causes obesity. Well, some of those the majority of those studies that said that, the only people they tested it on were the people that were drinking diet drinks that are overweight. So of course it's going to show that the people that drink Diet Coke is overweight. What the hell else would you be drinking it for? You're trying to lose weight if you are overweight. And just the logic is it's silly, okay? I'll put the PMID numbers in. You can look at it yourself. You can see methanol is not going to kill you. Aspartame is not going to kill you. And, Ozempic, whether you're diabetic or not, if you can handle some of those side effects with the upset stomach and vomiting and all that stuff, and you may or may not get those, I don't know, not taking it. But if it'll help you get back into a healthy range, fuck, go for it. I don't care. I think it's great if you can do that, but you need to make those changes so you don't end up back where you were. So if you have any more questions, leave your comments down, subscribe to the page. I'll do a couple more videos. And until then, do your own research. Try to get better. Try to eat better. Try to exercise more. Atrévete.